Yeah. I'm from the middle finger, I'm from the east side. Yeah, I'm sick. It's still on. Yeah. Brick City. Yeah. Licks. All that shit. Sticks. All this shit.
Yes, welcome back to another stream on the channel. This is your game week 1 review, and we're live Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Before obviously I introduce the guests with me, make sure you do the basics, smash those likes. If you're new here, subscribe. I think we're 9 away from 530 subscribers, so make sure if you're new, you do subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And yeah, let's get into it. Let me start adding the guests. We're going to review all the games. We're going to talk about how shit Tottenham are. And yeah, we're going to introduce the guest first. First guest is, I believe he was here for the Game Week preview stream. Good lad, his team won on the weekend. And it's Harry. How you doing, Honeygun?
I'm doing good, thanks, Suresh. Just, thinking about border affairs. Alex McMurray, one of your top talents. But yeah, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to be here once again.
That's good, man. That's good. Big up to you as well. Yep, good to see you, Sepsi. And Marzi Talks United to win the league. Oh, listen, calm yourself. Next person is, I think it's been a while for him, but he's been busy, so I don't blame him. And it is Manny. How you doing, Manny?
Yeah, all good, son. All good. Good to be back on the channel. And the season started again. And we've got to accept all the thrills and the spills. And of course, with Arsenal playing Aston Villa, the taunts and the mind games have already started. We've got Arsenal fans saying that once again that Unai Emery deserves no respect. He's just a glorified cup manager. And then Aston Villa fans coming up with a little bob of their own, saying we will always remember that moment when John McGinn scored against David Raya at Villa Park. And to be brutally honest, the vibe I got when I was hosting Del Boy Gunner's stream, big up to him. He's actually online right now chatting with Kyle Walsh Gunner and Static. The people in the chat made it crystal clear that they were rather worried about the ensuing trip to Villa Park, and especially given that we had to depend on individual moments of quality to eventually break down a Wolves team that, on some occasions, did actually outperform us in the midfield. Wasn't a very good look. So once again, it's that same roller coaster. We deal with more arrogance, more humble pie, more hopes, more dreams. Seeing those dreams get hopes and dreams get dashed. That's being an Arsenal fan for you.
Yeah, exactly. And talking about an Arsenal fan, we do have another one.
Yes, people, what's going on?
What are you saying? It's been a long time, but big up to you, man. How you doing?
Big up, bro. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. I couldn't miss Tottenham drop points on match day 1. I could not miss this, I'm just a little bit disappointed that Deji Spurs ain't here, I'm gutted. Heartbroken.
Manny knows a lot about Deji Spurs, don't you, Manny?
Yeah, I mean, both MK and I do. And obviously, look, Deji is a bit of a good lad, but one nice thing about him is that he can admit, when he gets things a little bit wrong. He just does tend to get a bit emotional. So, I always say, instead of when you banter people when they suffer from a loss, just remember that at any given time it could happen to you and you get it back. Karma really is, the B word.
Oh, indeed. I think a lot of, not me and you, Manny, but I think a lot of Arsenal fans have had karma over winning the league these past few years, where they've had a little bit too much excitement and they've not realised that City are behind us and creeping.
Mate, the whole Aston Villa thing, I mean, many of these Arsenal fans were, ripping Unai Emery and Emi Martinez a new one, reminding themselves of the Jorginho goal. Yeah. And look what happened. 6 points dropped to them. Didn't even score a goal. And once again, our ex-managers come back to bite us where it hurts.
Indeed.
But yeah, we're going to get into it. Obviously, we're going to talk about all the games in the game week 1. Quite interesting games to talk about. Few shocking decisions that has happened as well. And it's already game week 1, and there's shocking decisions. That just tells you about the match officials already in England. But listen, we'll get into it.
And we're back.
Welcome back to the Premier League.
Welcome back to the best league in the sport with rubbish officiating. But listen, Friday night was a good night at Old Trafford. Well, I said good night, but listen, we got the win, and I expected a win. We made it hard for ourselves, but listen, a win's a win on opening day. I don't think half the team is back to full fitness yet. But listen, it's good to get the win. Xerxes go on his debut. Listen, there's a lot of United fans that are saying, "Oh, Van Nistelrooy scored on his debut against Fulham, then we went on to win the league." Listen, that's not going to happen. I know Xerxes scored, but we're not going to win the league afterwards. Like, listen, no, absolutely not. So, because for me, I'm always real with my team. I think right now we're a top 4 side as of right now. Because for me, listen, we're well. But listen, big up to Fulham. Adama Traore. You thought you got past Martinez once, but twice. Boom! Back to the gym, as Martin said. But no, I'm very proud. Thought Mazraoui had a very, very good debut. The lit when he came on. He only came on about 10 or so minutes. So big up to the lit. And no, I thought we played all right, but again, United never make it easy for ourselves. So yeah, I'm proud that we got the 3 points. Obviously, a lot of jokes and Friday night saying it's lonely at the top. We're not at the top anymore, so we can start with that comments. But no, it's good. It's good to get 3 points on opening day.
From 1st to 7th real quick.
I think we're 3rd or 4th, but yeah, goal difference. It's only first game, but Harry, I'm gonna go over to you, Harry. Your thoughts on Man United's opening day against Fulham?
It was a nice win to start United's season, and I think it was quite a scrappy game. I think, in terms of opening day fixtures, it wasn't one to really remember all that much. But United had some good chances. Fulham had some good chances. I think United's midfield was overrun, perhaps a little bit. There's only a few passes from Fulham they were in with a chance, especially during the first half, I noticed. But Xerxes getting a goal on his debut, that's going to do him the world good for his confidence. So yeah, we're always a good start for United, and who knows, maybe they could go on to win the league. In however unrealistic that may sound, but I think the main aim for them is just trying to improve on last season, and it's a good start for them for this season ahead.
Yeah, exactly, man. 100% spot on. I do agree with the midfield getting overrun. A few times it did, but then again, I've been crying for midfielder all this time, so it's up to the club if we're going to get one or not. Manny, your thoughts on this game, and if you catch the one on this game.
Yeah, I did actually catch almost all of it, and it was certainly an end-to-end game where you could say that both teams had their chances, and Fulham actually started very well. Had United in a bit of trouble, but then United slowly but surely got back into the game and were probably the more dominant side in the first half. And here's the thing about all of these teams like Fulham and others who are sort of expected to be in the middle of the road teams. They're very well organised and certainly compact in defence, and full marks to Kenny Tete and company for defending very well for the most part. It was just unfortunate that, not obviously fortunate for you, Oris, but unfortunate for Fulham, that when Xerxes was there to score that winner, that was the one moment when Fulham switched off, and you just couldn't afford to do that. And they would have been good value for a point at Old Trafford. Obviously, it wouldn't have been the excellent 2-1 away win they got there last season in the corresponding fixture, with ex-gunner Alex Iwobi scoring the winner. Should have made you happy as well, Mason, that day.
Indeed, it did, indeed.
And of course, we had Iwobi, Bernd Leno, and of course, Emil Smith-Rowe starting in the Fulham team. Smith-Rowe had a bit of a quiet game, of course, never really got into it that much, but it was good to see him get 90 minutes under his belt. And I think the more he plays, the more he will start to blend in and really, do well. And, we're always going to wonder what could have been had he been given more chances with us. But now he's moved on, and I expect him to shine and do well. But it wasn't a very bad game. You could say that in some ways it lacked in quality, but you had a lot of endeavour from both teams. I think that might be the best way to put it. And in the end, it was one moment of opportunism and some quality that really settled everything. Very harsh on Fulham. But if they can, keep up that same level of enterprise and just add a little bit more cutting edge into their team, they will go far. Of course, it's not going to be easy because Willian has left the club. They've also lost De Cordova-Reid, who was in the Leicester side that drew against Tottenham last night. And you could say, of course, that they might have to sort of rebuild part of that shape of the team. But they do have some good qualities around them. And of course, Palhinha, I think, has also gone. I think he's at Bayern now, if memory serves me right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Fulham will have to almost start working again. But once again, you have to give credit to Marco Silva for keeping them well organised. And maybe in the September window, they might, take a look at where they are and see if they may need one more person who could add a little bit more to that team. And I actually think they will do quite well this season. Another top table finish. Will they They might make a better challenge for Europe, but I think they might just miss out. But again, they're certainly not a team to be messed with, the Cottagers.
No, 100%. Spot on there. Mason, you got any thoughts to say about this game?
Yeah, just United played decent from what I saw, to be honest. You guys created chances. I know Garnacho missed a proper sitter. I know Fernandes had that chance that a lot of United fans were saying that he should have took as well, which I thought was a bit harsh. I think one-on-ones, especially when you're like, especially when you've got a class goalkeeper, as well as Leno. As well as that didn't suit him for Arsenal, he suits the way Fulham plays, etc., etc. He was forced to make good, decent saves. With Smith-Rowe, I know that it's going to take him longer to settle in. Obviously, Fulham, it was nice seeing him in a red kit instead of a white kit. I don't know about... it was not nice, seeing him in the white kit compared to the red and black kit that Fulham have got. But to be honest, I think there's a lot of positives for United to take. Obviously, De Ligt's a great signing. He'll help you guys really, really well. I think that's probably what you guys wanted to replace Varane. You're looking decent. Your new guy obviously scored on his debut. Obviously, that's what Van Nistelrooy did. So you never know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, United are not going to finish in top four," because I actually want you guys. I'd rather you guys than the likes of Spurs and Chelsea and that to finish in the top four. But you just need that. If your chances were, if you took your critical chances, you took those chances, e.g. the Garnacho one and a few others, then we would have been sitting here going, well, United have won 3-0, 2-0, But yeah, it was a bit of a cagey game at times, but in fairness, United deserved the 3 points. They were lonely at the top for a little bit, And it could have been more. I'm impressed with United this season, to be honest. The start of the season, I'm impressed by you. I can't lie. But yeah, good result for you.
No, definitely. The thing is, we need to be more clinical, but I say that, but I genuinely mean it. And
yeah.
the next game, we got a tough game against Brighton, which so that will be discussed.
Who you got next?
Got Brighton away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be tough. So that'll be discussed
United.
next thing. But that was good. That's gonna be a tough game, man. But we need to be more clinical. We've got Van Nistelrooy as a coach for a reason, so I'm hoping that he sorts something out. But it's gonna be tough when you got Rashford as a player. It's tough. It's tough, man. Rashford again. I mean, there's a certain United fan which, loves Rashford. That me and Mason know well. So listen, you just I don't know. But
David would
yeah,
be screaming right now at his TV.
yeah. No, but good 3 points. Good 3 points for us. So
3 points.
Yeah, I mean, we all know who that fan is, and I think we can all agree that he's a little bit of a pot stirrer at times. But
yeah.
yeah, I
The
mean,
next game we've got
good lad, I suppose.
Onslaught has his first win. Onslaught. Oh, look who's there now.
Big up, lads. How
Yes,
you
Big
doing?
up,
All right?
big up.
Big up, mate. Big up.
Come
How
on,
you doing?
come on, guys.
How you doing,
Big
Mr.
up.
Roy?
Buzzing
Big
off
up
that
to you lot.
in Burma, girl.
Enough respect, yeah?
Yeah. How you doing, Mr.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I was still doing my stream
That's
there,
fine.
Horace. So
Mr. Beat,
I
that's
was
fine.
doing my stream, man.
That's fine. That's fine. Trust me, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're about to move on, but let's have your mini thoughts on the United when it gets Fulham.
Yeah, old Pissy Roof, old Shitford, yeah. Yeah, well, it was
This
all
guy,
right.
you always love Old Trafford. Don't you? You love it. You love
Old
Old
He wants to
Trafford.
go see the
Rent
water
free
fountain
in
in
Mr. Beast's
Peter.
head.
Yeah, man. You know,
Don't worry,
I
Mr.
mean,
B. Mr. B, I'll sell you a ticket. Me and you go to Old Trafford. Don't worry.
yeah, you fixed the roof yet, Horace, anyway? You fixed
Yeah,
it.
we have. Don't worry, we have, man. We have. You
Yeah,
fixed the
did you
same
go
station
there?
yet?
Did you get
That's
the
until
Albanians,
February hits.
Albanian workmen to go up there to fix it?
Get Messi to go up there.
But what's your thoughts, Mr. B?
Paula.
Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, man. Anyway, it was a win. I don't think it was that great a game. I think the game was forgettable. I think Fulham were a bit disappointing as well. I thought they were better than that. Last season they were really good, but I think United probably just about deserved it, edged it. So Xerxes got the goal, of course. He's on his debut, so don't look a bad player, I guess. Looks pretty decent. He's a youngster, I think, as well, isn't he? Fairly young, so
Yeah. He's 22.
he's got a long way.
22, yeah.
I think he'll get better as well. I think he'll improve. He looks pretty good. So, yeah, you could have a good season, possibly. United,
Praising United. What am I hearing?
Well,
Oh my God.
I don't know. Don't get used to it too much.
I'm just having to connect whether it's my
territory
signal or it's
praising
actually
United.
Mr. B's actually being nice. Right, my signal's full. Wow. I can't
Yeah,
believe
man.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm being generous tonight, lads. So,
I'll
but
see
yeah,
when you talk about Arsenal.
I'm not sure about Arsenal, to be honest. I might not be so generous there.
He's back. He's back.
but no, United. It was a good win in a way. A win's a win. If it was only 1-0, so what, isn't it? It's like 1-0 to the Arsenal, isn't it? They always used to win 1-0. So,
Yeah, we remember.
Sometimes we still are 1-0.
When you had a decent team back then as well, didn't you? But, yeah. No, man, that's all I've got to say on this game anyway. No more to say.
TV, big up to you, Schick. Hope you're doing well, man. He said, big up, bless. No, I'm good. Obviously, for those that didn't know, I came back yesterday from holiday. So, enough with the. Are you still in Albania? Do you still have shit Wi-Fi? No, listen, I'm back now, so the internet is perfectly fine. So I don't have to go back to the terrible service I had, probably 2 bars. But no, I'm back. No, bit up to you, Shiv. Right, before we discuss, obviously, next game is Liverpool. Before we get into that, one sec.
So, Riddock, Ben. I'm going to read out Ben. Riddock's name is Ben, by the way. Zooby doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Zooby doo, where are you? We need some help from you now.
I keep thinking that's Dara O'Brien. Does anyone think that's Dara O'Brien?
Nah, Dara's voice is a lot deeper than that. You know that. And you can tell by the accent that it's not Dara O'Brien.
He does look like him, though.
But listen,
it's pronounced O'Brien, you know. You have to remember the accent.
All right, man. All right, here we go, man. He comes up with the facts. Here we go.
Had a few facts.
but no, listen, Onslaught got his first win, but you know what? Yeah, first half, Ipswich was cooking. Did you guys watch it? First half,
Yeah.
Ipswich obviously,
Yeah,
Amari,
they were good in the first half.
Amari Hutchinson, Arsenal reject, was cooking, you know. So you know,
Mm.
Soon to be Chelsea one as well.
Yeah.
If I'm going by what I've heard, he wishes he never left us.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
well.
you know what, Ipswich, I think obviously in the prediction stream, I did predict Ipswich to stay up, so I definitely see them staying up. Obviously, they're about to get Broja, the Albanian king, Mr. Beast's favourite, Broja. So he's they're cooking up front as well. So listen, Ipswich are finding some good players. But no, they've been active in the market. So yeah, but no, Liverpool.
Calvin
second
Phillips is going to come. Obviously, Gareth Southgate will be getting a season ticket at Ipswich. Go see his little bestie.
Don't mention that guy's name, man. Oh my.
Yeah, we're sort of raiding Liverpool at the moment for their players. We are to set Vandenberg now on there, 20 million. So
this is what people from Hounslow do, man.
Set Vandenberg would be a decent sign, to be fair.
yeah,
I
ain't seen that much of him, but I think he's pretty decent. So, I think he's at Mainz, is it, at the moment? Mainz?
Yeah, Mainz,
Yeah. So, it could be a good one. We're getting this, looking for, Gustavo, what's his name now? I've forgotten his surname. Nunes. Sorry. Gustavo Nunes, that's it. We're after him.
Who?
Let's
talk about Brentford later, okay?
Sorry, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Way too ahead of yourself.
Listen, I know Brentford's won.
I'm getting excited, man. I'm buzzing, The buzz is coming back,
Just because most of us in the predictions thought you guys would lose, don't need to rub it in.
When we talk about Brentford,
I knew we'd win. I knew
Brentford would win, but still to go down.
When we get into Brentford, we need to talk about a specific Chelsea fan called Rory Jennings.
We preview always wrong all the time, But anyway.
You know that Chelsea fan, Rory Jennings? Do you know Rory Jennings? You know him?
Rory Jennings, yeah.
Yeah,
I know him, yeah.
I'm going to talk about him afterwards because he said something about your club. So when we're talking about Brentford, remind me of
man, I've got to hear this. I can't wait to hear this.
I'm going to call him out as well. But listen,
he's going to look down his camera and call him out straight away now.
Yeah, listen, mate.
Yeah, man.
This guy
someone's getting stung, I think.
This guy, Rory predicted Brentford 19th.
Can we just take a moment? Liverpool fans are really going to be fuming with us because we put Ipswich versus Liverpool 2-0 and we haven't even spoke that much on it.
Oh my God, man.
But big up Ipswich, man.
Yeah, big up to them, yeah. Yeah, done well. They've done well at first.
You're still going down, lads. I'm sorry, but you'll still go down.
And they should have had a player sent off as well. That guy handballed it on the ground. He went like that.
Oh, Havertz got strangled. The refs don't seem to know what strangle is these days.
He had his hand on Jesus as well, didn't he?
Let's not talk about what. Listen. Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that one.
Listen, does anyone think Liverpool will do well this season on the slot? Like top 4, top 3?
I think they'll finish third.
Money?
I said they finished 5th, didn't I? Or 6th, something like that.
Yeah, you said 5th, yeah.
I think everyone's underestimating them, and that's what they want. I reckon they'll do well. I reckon they'll win the League Cup, so the energy drink, and they will get top 4, which is a good season. Bear in mind, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Manny, your thoughts on Liverpool, Manny?
Well, first of all, big up to the wonderful people at Up the Cherries in all departments. I think you might have been sent a video in the group chat about the tier list that we did. I predicted that Liverpool would finish 2nd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I predicted it is because, there's going to be obviously that sort of a new coach and bounce. Although Liverpool do have more or less the same squad. There have been one or two departures, but they still pretty much have the same core. You get the feeling that maybe after the departure of Klopp, they need some new impetus, some new ideas, and Arne Slot could be that sort of person who could provide that. And they certainly showed against Ipswich, once we get to it, that again, like most of the other big teams, they had their moments of quality from Jota and, of course, Mohamed Salah. Big up to him now for scoring the most goals on the opening day of Premier League action. And once they start to get a little bit more organised, I think they will actually be a lot better. The most important thing, though, is that the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate are going to have to really, really, get their act together defensively, because most Liverpool fans will probably tell you that there was a bit of a decline in the form of the Dutchman last season, and in some ways it almost affected the Dutch team. Although they did reach the semi-finals, of course, of Euro 2024. And Konate as well ended up not getting picked by France because MK, our boy William Saliba, was picked to start ahead of him, and he was outstanding. Unfortunately for France, Saliba was their best player. Mbappe had a no-show, and hardly anyone else did too much. But Liverpool actually do.
Manny. I don't know about you, but I didn't want Saliba to start any of those games. For an Arsenal point of view, I didn't want him to get injured.
I get what you're saying. But then look, sometimes you need to know that injuries can happen. Look at what happened with Jurrien Timber last season, and that poor bloke should have been in the Dutch squad, but because Arteta mismanaged him, he missed out on that. But anyway, I think Liverpool have shown that they can certainly be organised, and it's also pertinent to note that many of the players of the big teams are sort of, fatigued after a busy round of international action, the Euros, the Copa America, and also the Olympics, don't forget. I think once they sort of shake off that, fatigue, they're going to really start hitting the ground running. I know it's not necessarily the most sensible thing to say, but sometimes that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
So then, you predicted Liverpool to finish second. Is Arsenal getting relegated then?
No. Wind your neck in, boy. We're finishing above Manchester United again, so you better wind it in.
Well, that's not exactly odd.
They'll win nothing.
But I don't know if we'll win anything though. If that makes it, if that's any consolation, so you could still win another cup and still have a better season than us. But
this is a make and break season for Mikel for me, man. We've got to win something.
I agree. We do, yes, we do.
I don't care if it's the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, the Premier League, whatever. I don't care. I just want to see a trophy being lifted. Otherwise, I do not want to have another season of Tottenham fans, not even United fans, but Tottenham fans telling me that United have had a better season than us. Which, fair enough, but why Tottenham fans telling me this?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't get it. They seem I don't know about you, they all seem to be in
we always say it in England, people who live in glass houses should not throw stones. I know that the Tottenham Stadium isn't exactly a glass house per se. But look, I think Arsenal might end up finishing third because, we're going to talk about this a bit later on. I just don't think they've done enough in the transfer window to show me that they are serious about, really challenging. You take a look at the way other teams have strengthened. Unai Emery's done some great business in the transfer window, despite the whole PSR nonsense. He has brought some really good players who certainly look to blend in well. I think Arsenal will have a bit of a...
Stuart Martinez.
Yep. But we'll talk about them later, obviously. But look, again, we just don't seem to show enough seriousness to make to give the impression that we are really serious about challenging by making sure we have the right players coming in. And then when we fail, people will say, "Oh, we don't have the squad. We don't have a big enough squad." Well, whose fault is that? So, the sad part is that I just don't know if we're going to be able to maintain another push for the title. I know a lot of other people have got us winning the league. I think maybe it's the Arteta PR. I just don't see Arsenal continuing to fight. I think we will drop off. But this particular game in question, obviously, and I think I'll get MK's thoughts as well. Again, it was a case of, we had more quality, obviously, but we just weren't able to break them down as easily as we would like. And apart from the goals, defensively, they were also quite solid. it was poor goalkeeping from Jose Sarr to sort of trying to be Superman, ending up in no man's land while Havertz had that header. If he had stayed on his line, maybe he would have saved it. And then of course, you cannot allow Bukayo Saka to cut it on his left foot and take a shot like that. I think Jose Sarr will look back at both those goals and say he should have done better. But there were moments, and maybe MK can back me up on this, where we were sort of outplayed in the midfield. And I think Partey didn't have the best game. Even Rice also wasn't exactly at his best. The one thing which put us ahead of them is that Wolves never really had enough attacking quality up front. I know that David Raya did make a couple of good saves, but one of them was really, really good in the first half.
We want to keep her back. We want to keep her back. Brilliant.
Stick to Mark Flecken, mate.
Yeah. No,
you could this one.
Yeah, but I just think again that we can't allow ourselves to get carried away and have people saying that Mikel Arteta is the best manager in the Premier League. And yes, Robbie Lyle, I am talking to you. You need to wind your neck in. You may be watching the stream. You may not be. I don't care. You don't scare me. You are talking absolute waffle.
And I'm the real Don, Robbie.
Yeah, we've got the real Don in the house right here.
What do you think about the argument with Robbie and Yardman? Who are you with? Like, what side are you with?
I side with Yardman here. I'm saying, because look, I don't want to get too much into the Emery Arteta debate. All I will say is that in terms of pedigree and in terms of tactics, Unai Emery is a lot better. Last season, Emery outthought and outclassed us, and we paid the price. I'm not going to go too further into that. But what I am going to say is, again, we relied on moments of quality, but Wolves offered nothing. And Wolves have also lost Pedro Neto and Max Kilman and I think one or two other players who were also, a bit of the spine of their team. And so they've got to start all over again too. So we should have had a more convincing win over them. And given that next week we've got to travel to Villa Park to try and get revenge against the villains, we cannot in any way underestimate them. And, they certainly look a good team. And MK, I wonder if you are willing to disagree with me, or is there any point of order you'd like to make?
No, to be honest, with the game itself, like Arsenal versus Wolves, first of all, I didn't think we were great, and I've even put a prediction is that we wouldn't finish, we wouldn't win the league this season unless we get these certain players that we need to push our team on. And the thing is, people say that you're being unfair to Havertz. He scored another one. Like, come on, he scored a goal like at the weekend. But yeah, I get that. But we need someone who's gonna score me 20 goals plus, which I don't think Havertz has that in him at this right moment. And to be honest with you, I do think Martinelli's falling a little bit off at the moment as well. He didn't come back last season after his injury and that. This season, he was looking good, but he couldn't finish. And I think this is a make and break season for him as well. I think the up and arms about Eddie, I think he just needs to go. 30 million.
Forest, didn't he? Forest.
We've rejected a 25 million bid because we want 30 for him. Oh. And I don't know whether they'll be back or not.
Shouldn't get that much for him, surely. Well.
Mate, he's English tax, you know what I mean? That's why we're not asking for too much, you know. Maybe like Brentford to do a little swap deal with us for Tony. You know, that might work.
Fucking do one, pal. Go on.
That might work. That might work. A little swap deal, Tony, for Eddie. You know, but
you can do one, pal, all right?
The thing is with us is if we like I said, if we get the business done and we get a striker and we get another midfielder and we possibly get someone to back up for Saka on that wing, because when Mikel decided to take Saka off, obviously he had Trossard on that right hand side, or Martinelli went on that right hand side in the end. But we need someone who can come on, who's left-footed as well, who can do something on that side when Saka can't. Saka's the real guy now, yeah. He isn't no youngster in the side. He's the main man in our team. He's getting us goals out of nowhere. He's getting us assists out of nowhere, and that's great. But I need someone else to be doing that as well as him. I need either a goal scorer, 20 goals plus goal scorer, or someone else who's going to be chipping in with the goals now and again, and this now and again. Because, like you said, Manny, Partey didn't look that great. I thought he had an okay game, but then again, it wasn't his best. Same with Rice. It wasn't the Rice that I saw from last season. I'm thinking because of the Euros, has probably played a part in that. He's played so much football, as is all of them, you know. But we've just got to go now to Villa Park and get something out of that game, man. I'll be gutted. I'll be gutted if we don't pull something out of that game. Going into that game, I'm nervous, but we should get something out of it. Last season was ridiculous how we went there, lost. They come to us and beat us as well. Like 6 points getting took off by them, it's not good. So we need to make things right this season and go for it. But with Wolves, they didn't look too great, and I think that's more because they've lost players as well. And yeah, we just need to hopefully get a striker before the end of the window. I'm not even joking. Like, we need one so bad. I can't deal. But yeah, man.
Absolutely. You could say that the rice was overcooked and the party was just flat.
The party wasn't there. It wasn't a Saturday night. It was more like a Monday or a Sunday evening because you got work in the morning on Monday. You know?
Yeah, Duncan's Uncle Ben wasn't happy, was he? Yeah.
No, mate. No, mate. Ramsdale was fuming on the bench, sulking. You know, it wasn't the party he needed, man. But actually, Raya, I have to big up Raya. That save that he made.
Oh, right, Raya was quality. Man.
It was brilliant. It was a great save, and it's making me eat my words from last season when I said Ramsdale was needed. You know, like it's making me eat my words. Obviously, I'm going to back him as an Arsenal player, but on a real man, there isn't. I would still have Ramsdale. I wouldn't. If it meant us get a striker, I would have let you guys keep Raya.
Yeah, we would have kept him, yeah.
Yeah, man. If it meant us get a striker, then I'd be happy with Ramsdale. What about you, Manny, on that one?
No, I'm going to disagree. We needed to have an improvement on Ramsdale. I think, you know, I could never forgive him really, and I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people are going to disagree. Yeah. I could never forgive Ramsdale in any way for costing us the Europa League by, you know. Yeah. I mean,
forgot about that one.
Yeah, he couldn't save a single penalty. And then, you know, before that, allowed himself to get lobbed from the halfway line. And, you know, people have the nerve to say that he has an elite mentality and he is, you know, the next best thing. It should be
English for 90 minutes.
Exactly. You've got to concentrate. You've always got to concentrate.
I retract that statement, Mr. B. I would never have gave him back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I'm reminded. And we're going to move on, but I'm just going to end things by saying that if, as a player, as a team, you are not willing to take yourself seriously, do not ever expect other people or other teams to take you seriously. And with that, rant over.
Yeah, well, big up Arsenal, 3-point collectors. Next weekend, hopefully, we'll be able to pick up points.
That's a massive game against us.
Absolutely, no excuses.
No excuses. We have to win. We have to win, or at least get a point. That's all I've got to say.
Good evening for you know. Yeah.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope it's a bad evening for him, you know. And I want to thank you that night, so I'm going to be in the middle of a pub with probably a load of Tottenham fans as well. So could be a bad Saturday evening.
It sounds like it to me. Yeah. About Cameron says, are they Golden Glove winners? Yeah.
He'll win Golden Glove this year again. I reckon so.
Yeah, I bet Emmy though at the World Cup.
Yeah, no, Ray is going to win the Golden Boot again, man. 100%. With our defence, he's got a decent chance, you know. Villa somehow they will leak goals. That's the thing with Villa. I'm not saying it will be against us on Saturday. They are a team who last season they did leak goals. Obviously, Emmy didn't get there, but I do think that Emmy will definitely be up there. He's one of the best keepers. I love Emmy. I think Manny agrees with me. I wish we never got rid of him back then, but the way obviously we did, and now we've moved like this direction, and obviously now we've got Raya, which I think should be our goalkeeper for a number of seasons now, hopefully, unless Mikel decides to go get another one.
Yeah, don't jump the gun there, because look, every single goalkeeper is going to suffer second season blues, and sadly, Raya may or may not be different. And look, Wolves offered very little, and Raya deserves credit for repelling what was thrown at him. But he will have bigger tests this season, so let's see how well he does. But we need to move on. And Harry, you've been sitting there, quiet. You've got to give your thoughts now, mate.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you guys. But yeah, solid win for Arsenal in the end. Havertz will get the headlines for getting goals and getting assists for each other. But yeah, all in all, good start to them in their potential title charge once again this season. As for Wolves, well, maybe they need a few more signings in the attacking front line. As I said on Mr. B's stream earlier, they haven't really got enough goals in them, so maybe they need to look for a chance to win. But yeah, solid win for Arsenal half the season.
Perfect. Steve, have you given your thoughts already?
Sorry, hold on a minute. Sorry about that. I was on mute for a minute. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I don't think you were convincing. I think you're right there. I agree with you 100%. All you Arsenal fans, to be honest, but a win's a win at the end of the day, and you got 2 goals, and that's what matters, isn't it? That's the scoreline is what matters, and you keep winning. If you keep winning badly, boring or whatever, like you used to, like with George Graham or whatever, you kept winning games. You kept winning, and that was the main thing, wasn't it? And you kept clean sheets as well. So, if you can keep doing that, who knows? So, don't matter how you win it at the end of the day, does it? As long as you win it. So,
well, I hope you can take your own advice. We'll talk about your team later.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah.
Tricky bees.
Yes.
Yeah, we're moving on anyway.
Yeah. So, but what's the next game? I don't know where Orest is. He's the one with the controls, I think.
Oh, he's gone, isn't he? He's gone somewhere. I don't know where.
He's gone to get another striker. I think he's gone to buy another striker for United.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, again, he's not a striker. That Ugarte, and he's a defender, I think.
Midfielder.
He's
okay.
midfielder.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what we'll do is, obviously, given that for some reason I can't access the controls, I can't change the graphics, but I can tell you, of course, that the next game, of course, that was played was the Everton home game against Brighton, and the significance of Brighton winning 3-0.
It's sticky.
Yep, absolutely. Doesn't even begin to describe it. And of course, the significance of Brighton winning so heavily is that they, of course, are now top of the Premier League, and
a young manager. Well, yeah.
Yep, the very young German manager, and many of us, of course, have been predicting that Everton would probably somehow find a way to stay up, and we're crediting them for overcoming that whole points deduction nonsense to play some really good football. But this is not really the best way to start the season. Ashley Young, the old veteran, getting himself sent off, the oldest Premiership player to get himself sent off. Danny Welbeck, another former gunner amongst the goals, basically harming us as well. Otherwise, we'd be top of the league on by virtue of alphabetical order. But, you take a look at that Everton performance and you think they're set for another struggle this season. Is there any hope of them improving, especially after they gave Amadou Onana away to Aston Villa? And we'll talk about them. And as far as Brighton are concerned, it's still very early days. As with Liverpool, Brighton seem to have maintained a fairly strong core, although some of one or two of those players from the previous seasons have also gone, I think. So I don't know if we can expect too many big things from Brighton this season. Still a club maybe in a little bit of transition. But Harry, I'll start with you. I don't know if you got to watch that game, but clearly Everton might be in for another scrap this season, eh?
Yeah, it's all looking pretty doom and gloom at Everton. I think it's fair to say. I think we really should have targeted maybe a striker by now in the transfer window for me, because Calvert Lewin, there's no guarantee he can stay fit for an entire season now, unfortunately, for the Toffees. And then Sullivan Ndiaye is a decent signing, but not really much experience in the Premier League. He's done it for Sheffield United. In the Championship, didn't have a great year at Marseille. So it's a bit unknown how well he's going to adapt to the Premier League. But yeah, I think those Everton fans are really getting sick of just.
Are we talking about Everton Brighton?
Yep.
Everton Brighton, yep.
Oh, yeah.
The Everton fans just not getting tired really of just being poor all season, and if this is not the way they want to start their season. But credit to Brighton, they played well. I thought it would be a much closer game, but yeah, credit to Brighton, they got all 3 points away. Tough place to go sometimes, with the fans always getting behind the team, or in this case not as they were down 3-0. But yeah, good start for Brighton, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they do. I don't think they're gonna push for Europe as they did a couple of seasons ago, but it's a nice win for them to start off the new season.
Yep. And of course, big up to James Milner, of course. Another season in the Premiership, 7 years older than his manager. That bloke is pretty much like the Energizer Bunny. But Morris, I'll hand everything back to you, and you can take back control. What's your view of this game?
Yeah, I mean, Brighton. We played them on Saturday, so obviously I've seen a few highlights and clips and stuff. There's a lot of there's a picture basically going around where there was one moment where Brighton were playing on the high line. Sorry, United fans, to spoil it, but they are not going to play a high line against us because they're not stupid. So we can get excited that they play the high line against Everton, but I'm sorry, they're not going to do that against us. And for Everton, hold that, yeah, Jared Braithwaite, you want to tell us that he's 80 million? Everton, yeah. Everton have that. They treating United like a mug. We're not mugs. We're not no mugs anymore. Yeah. Ineos take over apparently, which I'm still on the fence here because I'm not getting carried away, but they really thought Jared Braithwaite was 80 million. Listen, Everton.
Quality player, but that's too much, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Way too much. Even Brentford would have paid that.
If we had it, we probably would, to be honest.
Even though I know Braithwaite didn't play, but I'm just mocking Everton fans. So, but no, listen, I thought Brighton played well. Obviously, the new manager, only 33, so he's the youngest manager in the Premier League. Fair play to him. He's gonna have obviously a manager bounce on Saturday because first home game in the Premier League for him. So, no, listen. Brighton look good. Everton, obviously, when you still got Ashley Young, that's what's going to happen, I'm afraid. So, yeah.
Weak link there, mate.
Yeah, as a United player fan, you know a lot about Ashley Young, don't you?
Yeah.
Legend, absolute legend.
I have to say, guys, I heard Ivan Toney actually put a bet that Ashley Young would get a red card in this game. So Ivan Toney is up right now. Ivan Toney is up right now, living life.
Oh boy, he just doesn't learn, does he?
I wonder why you look so happy.
That naughty little Ivan Toney again, man. No wonder Brentford has kept him out of the match day squad.
No wonder he's going Saudi, man.
He just likes to enjoy himself. No, it's like
but listen, here's
Saudi. He won't go Saudi purely
because let's not. Yeah, exactly. It's illegal there, so
it will be illegal for him to do half the stuff he does here.
You bet.
Illegal for Albanian girlfriends.
Yeah, there's so many demands he wants anyway. If he goes there, similar demands about a hotel. He wants a load of money and a room in the hotel and everything else. He wants all the, all the bells and whistles, basically. Off of them.
Yeah. No doubt he'll probably buy a bet company out there. He'll probably start one up. They'll probably have to make it legal just for him to go out there, to be honest with you, mate. I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, mate. 100%.
Big up Danny Welbeck. Big up Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
No. Can't big him up because if he scores against
striker.
I'm switching on the TV if Danny Welbeck scores against Arsenal. So that TV will be
He will definitely. I'm telling you now. I'll tell you this for free. He will definitely score against United. He will definitely score.
Hey, with us, my TV's turning off. So yeah.
What about that surgery though by Calvert-Lewin? That was terrible. Do you see him how he went down? He fell down. Went down for a penalty.
Hey, Calvert-Lewin is a model. Calvert-Lewin is not a footballer. He's a model. He's a modeler.
Yeah, the referee give it though, didn't he? Bloody give it, the ref.
Oh, these refs, man. Honestly, it's only match day 1 and we're already moaning about refs.
Yeah.
Talking about refs, Mr. B and Mason, have you really discussed about this game, right?
Yeah.
No, our ref was brilliant, by the way.
Time to talk about the ref in this match. Oh my God!
Too early to prevent what probably would have been the goal.
So obviously it was Bruno, wasn't it, who got sent off? Yeah.
No, it was Fabian Schär. And big up, and let me just say, gentlemen, big up to Gary Lineker on Match of the Day with that perfect time. Absolutely, he beat us all.
Someone said something. About time. The thing is, I heard that the likes of TalkSport, Sky Sports, and all that all have meetings with VAR and ref team every 2 weeks, and I believe that there is some things that they can't say. Hence, you don't see a lot of people talk about it other than YouTubers and people who ain't got contracts like that to say you can't speak on these things. Otherwise, it ain't going to get spoke about, lads. But I just think it's ridiculous. The red card's ridiculous. Same with the one that should have been given with the Arsenal one, where Havertz got grabbed up, should have been given. I think there was another one that should have been given as well somewhere else. I can't remember that one though. But there was a few decisions, and we're lucky that we didn't have no really bad offside decisions to go on this weekend, lads, because the new offside things don't come in until after the first international break. It's ridiculous, honestly.
It's started already, isn't it? Yeah.
It's already started, bro. I can see us conceding a really bad goal. I don't know about you, Manny, but I can see it happening on Saturday, where there's an offside goal that goes against us, and the uproar.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, people are still complaining about 2 decisions that should have gone our way in the corresponding fixture last season, but those fans need to wind their neck in. The decisions were correct. But look, in addition, Fabian Schär can have no complaints about that sending off. He's an experienced bloke, a full international for Switzerland. And the worst part is...
Diaz instigated it, though, didn't he, Diaz? You could see what he's trying to do. He was going up to him like that.
Agreed. But having said that, Steve, the problem is when you're having a situation where someone is trying to needle you and instigate something like that, you don't just react to that. And many of us will remember the whole, Materazzi Zidane fiasco in the 2006 World Cup. I despise Materazzi for what he did, but Zidane really should have known better. He he didn't do justice to his experience and stature in the game. And we have to be real and say that as beautiful a player he was, he had his chance to seal his legacy as one of the greatest of all time had he led France to a win in that final. Instead, he mucked it up and France ended up losing that final. So, Fabian Schär, he's experienced enough. He's an international with Switzerland. And the ironic thing is, we've seen Granit Xhaka do some stupid things and get himself sent off. And, MK and I've had to put up with all of that. Sadly, I think MK left because he didn't want to hear me talk about Xhaka. I just wonder if playing with Xhaka for too long in the Swiss team has now made it contagious. And I think Schär probably wishes he was walking in Memphis right now, because look, it was stupid. He deserved to be punished, and Alan Shearer himself said as such. But Diaz also, I agree, he he was a bit of an idiot, and you know, it was just poor all around. And you know, Southampton also, let's give credit to them. They also showed, you know, a little bit of enterprise. Dreadful goalkeeping error from Alex McCarthy. Though. You can't pass to the opposition.
That
like
was
that.
bad.
Hero of the playoff campaign, villain of today. I don't think he'll be dropped. I think Russell Martin does value McCarthy quite highly. Signed a new contract with the club, but the next game, if he does that, he might end up being demoted back to third keeper. And so maybe signing that new deal would have been a mistake. But Southampton also looked quite compact, and Newcastle also had their moments where they had to be very careful against this team. So good start for Newcastle, but still a lot to like about Southampton too. And a lot of people have predicted that they could end up going down this season. But you know, like Luton last season, they could surprise us and charm us for a bit. And then they'll go down, but we won't forget them.
Exactly.
Well,
but for me, I'm sorry, but Fabian Shaw should not have been sent off. That striker. Let me get up his name because I forgot his name, but
Ben Brereton Diaz.
Diaz, yeah.
Yes, Diaz.
Yeah.
Right. That guy should have got sent off, not Fabian Shaw, but Diaz should have got sent off. So
he did instigate it. He instigated it. Yes. Instigated it.
I don't know, like, because for me, he's the one that started it. But if they're sending off Fabian Shaw, why is one rule for one, another rule for another? Because if they're trying to say that red card for Fabian Shaw the way he reacted, what about the other player? He actually caused the reaction for the other player. So I don't know. They need some explanation. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but they used to like this for like not for all matches, but from some of the matches. Like I don't know if it was last season or the season before, but they used to release. I think it was like during a Wednesday or Tuesday, but they used to release the VR audios after after the match, like on a Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's say the game was on a Sunday. They used to release on like Tuesday, Wednesday. They used to like release full audio on certain situations. So I don't know if their plan is to bring that back this season, but listen, we need to like look at how the Americans do, like with the referee, like he actually says on the mic, VAR, decision, no penalty. Like why can the referees not do that in England? So
yeah, they did that in the Olympics, but I agree that Diaz should have been, punished. But I probably will say that if Cher hadn't been so impetuous and done what he did, maybe the referee would have given Diaz some kind of sanction. But at the end of the day, you can't just have the argument that he started it. I mean, how old are you? 3? For Pete's sake, you're a professional footballer. You're supposed to know better than that. Cher, will realise that he let his team down, but. Thankfully for Newcastle, they got the 3 points.
Kids in the playground.
Exactly. And Harry, I don't know what your opinion is on this.
Yeah, I think I haven't back with from what I've heard, of course, being on this team earlier. You think that he has conned it a little bit, and I think seeing him obviously as a Bristol City fan in the Championship, seeing that at Blackburn, he was always trying to get in people's faces and trying to wind up the players. So I'm not really, to be fair, I'm not really surprised that he's trying to do more antics in the Premier League. But yeah, it's a good win for Newcastle. I think Southampton maybe disappointed not to take a lot of their chances and to concede due to a goalkeeping error. Then it's a bit unlucky for them. It's a big game for them up against Forest next week. 2 teams who are most likely going to be down there fighting for survival. So they can win that, and that'd be huge for them next week.
No, definitely. Mr. B, your thoughts? Do you want to see your thoughts?
I thought it was. I thought probably Newcastle just about deserved it, even with 10 men. So they still deserve to win. So Joel Linton, of course, got the only goal. I think they were still a better team, even with 10 men. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know who they got next, actually, Newcastle, but
I'm not sure.
Newcastle, I'll check. I'll check for you guys. Saturday, Newcastle have got. Oh, they don't play Saturday. Sunday, Newcastle have got Bournemouth.
Oh, Bournemouth. Oh,
That's
yeah.
really
A lovely reunion once again with Eddie Howe, and of course Lloyd Kelly will be playing against his old club
At Newcastle. Yeah.
It should be.
And,
He didn't play in this one, did he? Did he play in
talking
this?
about, talking about.
Lloyd Kelly. He didn't play in this one, did he, Manny?
Let me check and tell you. I can confirm that right now.
I don't remember seeing him in it playing, but
No, he didn't play. He didn't play. No,
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
He only
Horace is right,
came on-
but he
he
could
came on
come
the
in. He could come.
Yeah, he came on in the 70th minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Talking about Bournemouth, right? 1-1 against Nottingham Forest.
yeah.
Listen, first things first, I wish Danilo speedy recovery. That looks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could not
That
watch
was
that
bad.
video. Oh my god! Now, the
Horrible,
reports
wasn't it?
snapped his leg, so that's like an 8 to 9 months injury. So listen, I
Yeah,
wish
man.
speedy recovery, man. Like honestly, I hate those. I dislike those type of injuries, man. Like watch it. So
That
listen,
was nasty, man.
recovery to
Nasty.
Danilo. Very good footballer, by the way. I think he's a good player.
quality for Forest.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
but they did draw 1-1. Points dead, match they won. Forest, I don't think is a bad result. But Bournemouth, yeah. I mean, I don't know what I predicted, but yeah, I was kind of expecting Bournemouth to win this one. But Harry, what's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I think Forest will be a little bit disappointed to obviously concede the 3 points right at the end. I know quite a few Forest fans. I'm friends with a few Forest fans. But yeah, of course, wishing that Danilo all the best. Yeah, season ending already, which is very sad, and leaves Forest a little bit light in the midfield now, which is a shame. Probably their best midfielder lost right at the start of the season. So I mean, very unlucky. Danilo got a massive injury there, but yeah, as a Bristol City fan, of course, I was happy to see one of our academy graduates, Antoine Semenyo, get on the score sheet, and Bournemouth are sort of a bogey team for Forest. As of late, of course, they beat them 3-2 away since we've been back in the Premier League at City grounds. So, Forest would have felt really gutted to not get one over the Cherries in this one. But I think 1-1 draw is a fair result, and Forest want to be serious about the season. They got to try to go to Southampton, get the 3 points. As for Bournemouth, I think it'd just be another solid mid-table fish for them. But yeah, it was a good result for both teams to start off their season.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you typing a lot. What's your thoughts on the game?
So I'm not talking anything about you or anything, Horace, don't worry about it. But no, man, when I do that. But I think it was a good game, and I think Bournemouth are sort of lacking a bit now because of course Solanke went. Not that he done much for Spurs, to be honest, yesterday when I saw it, despite it being obviously his first game for them. But I thought it wasn't a bad game. I think Bournemouth just about deserved a point in the end. I think it was honours even and just about so, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. And Manny, your thoughts?
Yeah, Forest are probably going to look back on this game and say that they had their chance to, break that Bournemouth hoodoo, and they failed, and they will be disappointed, and they should be disappointed. I think Bournemouth, deserve credit for recovering from that setback of going a goal down to they were playing obviously the better football in the second half, and they were rewarded with that late goal. I think they also had a goal that was disallowed for offside, But there is a lot of promise about Bournemouth, and let's bear in mind that they've got to deal with the loss of Dominic Solanke, who, of course, went to Tottenham.
Spud.
Yep, and they brought this Brazilian bloke named Evan Nilsson, who sadly couldn't play because I think he was registered maybe a bit too late. I'm not too sure. Maybe that's what it is. But I think, there is quite a lot to like about Bournemouth and Iriol, and we will see how well they do. And these first few games in the season, in this month, will determine how well they do. And yeah, nice one. I've seen the chats right now. Good one, boys.
Yeah, you should be happy. Bristol won, didn't you? Just about.
Yeah, great win for us.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I'm done though. I'm done. So so thanks a lot for asking me to speak, and I wish obviously I wish the Cherries good luck this season. Obviously, Craig and Matthew and Sam will be very hopeful for this will be hopeful for their team to do well, and we'll see how well they do. And as far as Forest are concerned, they've got to get their act together. But I also want to echo your call for a speedy recovery for Danilo. Looked a horrible injury. No player deserves to suffer an injury like that.
You think these are both be in the bottom half, though, lads? Forest and Bournemouth.
I think Bournemouth
could be in the bottom half.
But I think Forest will be happy just to survive again this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, Forest will have to look to really do well to avoid being in a relegation struggle. I don't think their fans can take any more of that rubbish.
Absolutely. Sec. Cool. Right. Has everyone said their thoughts? Yeah, I think everyone said their thoughts now.
Yeah.
Next game, Aston Villa.
Hey. Oh man, you talk about your goalie.
Well, 2 important saves, and he was denied a clean sheet with what was a very soft penalty. Yeah, I agree. Amadou Onana's better than the midfielders in your team. Wind your neck in, boy. But anyway, this particular match was really a gift for Aston Villa because their record against West Ham in recent times has not been very good. They had only won one of their previous 12 prior to this game, and I
don't think that'll ever happen, will it?
No, and Aston Villa obviously, did look quite the better team, and I did mention that they had done some really good work in the transfer window. Obviously, to comply with PSR, they had to sell Douglas Luiz and Moussa Diaby, but they brought in some really good players. As I mentioned, Onana has come over to join the Emery Revolution at Birmingham, and Ian Matson, the Chelsea left back by way of Borussia Dortmund, has also come in, and he looked quite good coming on for Luca Digne. And then, of course, there was talk about how, Duran would be off to maybe not Rio, but another club. But instead, he proved that he was still hungry like the wolf and took his goal. And Watkins, I think, is still having that. Yep, and Watkins, I think, was still having a bit of a Euro hangover in a way. Wasn't quite able to get it, but again, there's a lot to like about this Aston Villa team, and West Ham also showed that they had some really good quality about them. Their new signings really, came together quite well. And again, I would also go so far to say that Aston Villa will need to watch their defence, because if they don't have that solidity, if they lose their concentration, they can be, picked apart. But several of their players, McGinn, Pau Torres and others, obviously Watkins and Bailey, and some of the Onana as well, will have big roles to play. But a well-taken goal by Onana. It was a rather daft penalty to give away, and in normal circumstances, that wouldn't even be given. And that was one reason why Martinez lost his clean sheet. Penalties are always a lottery. He is the best penalty-saving goalkeeper in the world today, but even he concedes more his share more than a few. But a good win for Aston Villa under the circumstances, and they will have some confidence when they play us at Villa Park this coming Saturday. So a lot to like for them. And as far as West Ham and Lopetegui are concerned, I think they're just going to have to slightly go back to the drawing board, but just cut down the mistakes they made, keep them doing what they're doing, and they should also be fine.
Yeah.
Harry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this was a really good game between two very good sides, of course.
Oh,
But the first goal from
yeah,
maybe should have been the marking was very poor, to leave Onana free in the box from a corner. But then West Ham got back into it through quite quickly, but Crawley stepped up and slotted it into the back of the net to make it 1-1. That Duran goal, probably up there goal of the weekend. Very nice team goal that one. But yeah, good start for Unai Emery once again as they look to push for top four once again. It'll be interesting to see how they cope with being in the Champions League this year, of course. But yeah, I think it's a good win for Aston Villa, West Ham. Now it's a tough game for them opening day. Not sure who they've got next week, but
they got Arsenal. They Arsenal.
Play at Arsenal. I thought. Oh wait, is that Villa who've got Arsenal?
Yeah, it's at Villa Park. Villa Park.
That's going to be probably that's going to be a big game next weekend. But yeah, I think both these sides can have a
Arsenal drop points.
Yeah, great win for Villa on the opening day.
Super Mega Zeta. Mr. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, they did come unstuck last season against Villa, didn't they? Arsenal. So,
we remember, Steve. We remember.
Sorry to remind you. But, yeah.
Arsenal have won nothing again. Mr. Your thoughts, mate?
No, I thought this was a really good game, Morris, and I thought Villa just.
Morris.
Oh, you're Morris. I'm talking to you.
I thought you said Morris.
I said Morris. You donut. But anyway, no, I think Villa just about deserved it. I think West Ham are a good team still, decent team. They've still got gel. They've got a lot of players in, and new players in, so they need a bit of time to get used to each other. And I think Villa pretty much carried on from last season the way they were going. So with a great manager, of course, Mr. Good Evening, Unai Emery. What's a manager? Superb manager. And what else? Let him go. I don't know. But, I think they're going to win something this season, Villa. Probably European football or something. I think, are they in the Champions League, Villa?
They are. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Whether they could win that, but I don't know. I mean, I think he's good enough. We know what his pedigree is, Emery, in Europe especially. So, yeah, probably will win something, that's for sure. I think they could get close to the Premier again. I think they'll obviously be short. I think they'll be at least third, maybe, or fourth. But, yeah, very good. I think West Ham will be up there as well. I think in the top 10 somewhere. Maybe sort of 10th or something, 10th or 9th, something like that. But, yeah, I think they're a very good team. But, yeah, good game. But move on now.
For me, look, I'm going
Mr. B's favourite part of the stream.
What was that?
Oh no, sorry, I was just going to say this next was going to be Mr. B's favourite part of the stream.
Well, we'll come on to it. We'll come on to this shit.
Yeah,
this shit.
That's right. I couldn't wait to move on, to be honest.
No, but before we do, Julian Lopetegui, I still don't get that appointment. That for me, I don't rate Lopetegui as a manager. For me, what he done with Wolves, I don't know if he's done. He hasn't improved. I think when I look at Gary Neal, he's improved Wolves. With Julian Lopetegui, I'm not sure if there was a style or identity at Wolves, but Now he's at West Ham. West Ham fans, obviously, we had Mike's on Thursday. He said that he will give him time, but he's unsure whether the fan base of West Ham will give him time. So it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens.
Well, he played better football than with Moyes when they played with also under Moyes, but a little bit boring, wasn't it? So,
it's only first game anyway, so. But
yeah, I don't know. If you get good players, if you can manage good players and get them doing something, you never know. I think they could at least be in the top 10. So this season.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, man. But
yes. Come on.
Everybody wrong.
Yeah. Remember what you said, Steve. A win is a win. Don't complain how you get it as long as you get it.
Steve,
Rory
Jennings,
you know, don't if you'll get stung. You know that.
Rory Jennings, go on, Mr. B. Call him out.
Yeah, I don't. What did he actually say, Rory Jennings? Though I haven't heard it. So.
He said Brentford 19th.
Have you got it? Have you got that comment or a video? I suppose you can't show a video or anything for that.
Nah, this guy will probably copyright me. So
yeah. But I'll tell you what, man, he's going to get badly stung saying all that. But yeah, what I will say is though, we were quite lucky to win the game. I will say that. Because I still think we weren't great. I think we looked like we'd had a Sunday lunch just before the game and not going into tackles. We'd almost just suddenly had a Sunday lunch and we're just coming out to play football. And we looked like so lethargic and lackadaisical at times and not getting into the team. I think if Palace were sharper than they were, that had a few matches and got match fitness and sharpness, they probably would have beaten us, to be quite honest with you. But at least we won it. That's the main thing. We did win, and 3 points is 3 points. It's like with Arsenal, you know. You got 3 points. That's all that matters. And Bomo scored a quality goal after the Eze free kick that probably should have stood. I think it probably should have done. But we had a fantastic referee. I can't say the bad word about him. He's superb. But anyway,
little bit.
And then the Bomo scored a cracking goal.
Rigged.
You got a new chant for him as well, and Boomer.
Yeah, and Bomo, well, yeah, just call him Super Brian and Bomo, really, because he's quality, you know. I think he's probably second to behind Tony, I guess, if you count Tony as a quality. Well, he has been quality, not lately, but but I think Bomo's class, and I wouldn't say Visser's an amazing player. He's not world class, but he's decent. He's 100%er. Gets up and down the pitch where he does score great goals now and again. He got a great one last season, overhead kick. I don't know if any of you remember that. But a quality goal.
I do vaguely remember that. I mean, it was a long time ago, but I do remember the goal, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's class. And he's there and thereabouts all the time, 100%. Or he puts the defences under pressure. Harries them all the time. So I think he's decent. We're never going to be as good as some of the other teams in this Premier. We know that. But we'll always mix it and we'll always, come out stinging. And prove a lot of yous lot wrong that say we're going to lose most of the time. And, can anyone remind me what your scores were again? What was yours, Horace, for this game? 2-1, I think. 2-1 Palace, was it? Wasn't it?
Maybe ask Manny. Manny, what did you predict?
What was yours, Harry?
I don't quite remember predicting anything. I might have.
As well.
Oh no, Manny wasn't. You weren't on it, were you? On that? Thing?
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
And if I can say something, I think this
brother
result.
too.
Yeah, this particular result was obviously a really good one for Brentford and a disappointing one in many ways for Palace because I was predicting that under Glasner they'd really do well this season, but maybe the absence of Elise, say one or two others, has affected them, and they've got to start again. The commentators, of course, I think it was Matt Holland, and I don't remember who the other bloke was. Poor professionalism from me. No, Holland was doing the Ipswich game, so I think it was Proudfoot and Beglin. I remember the two Jimmies, and they were talking about how Eze and Elise being literal Siamese twins. You lose one, how well does the other one perform? And so Eze's got to start all over again with some new players in that Palace team, but. Glasner is a quality manager. He will get some really good games out of the team. I just think that maybe this time around, they just weren't able to make their ability count. They just couldn't. I think for all of the possession, I don't quite remember, Flecken having to make too many saves. And I understand why Steve doesn't like Flecken, because there was one particular moment where he had a nightmare. He was pressured into giving the ball away by a player who was running behind him, and very nearly conceded from there, only for his defence to bail him out. But then he also paid his defence back with that absolutely brilliant save in the 82nd minute. It was a fine save, absolute brilliant reflexes, turned it over the bar. And, that is effectively the difference between Brentford winning the game 2-1 and ending up with a 2-2 draw, or even worse if Palace had scored, given their momentum. So, I would say that Crystal Palace will probably need to also briefly go back to the drawing board and analyse where they went wrong and find out what they can possibly do. But Palace should be doing some good things this season. As far as Brentford are concerned, they're not going to get relegated. I think, Frank is doing a lot of really good work with the squad. He's also got to deal with a few players leaving. Another Burnley old boy in Dara O'Shea potentially coming in to share more war stories with Ben Mee, maybe. But look, Brentford are going to do fine this season. I want to see Crystal Palace do better than they did last season, because now Glasner will have a full season with them. But we'll see what happens as the season goes on, and especially in their next few games.
100%. What's your thoughts on the Brentford game?
Who are you speaking to?
Harry, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Harry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Good win for Brentford in the end. I didn't see. I don't think many of us saw Brentford winning this one, but fair play.
No, you didn't, did you?
You
didn't.
They proved a lot of us wrong. Brentford are so unpredictable. 1 week they can beat top of the league, and then the next week we can get thrashed by bloody Luton Town. But yeah. Anyway, that's Brentford in a nutshell for you. I
will just say, though, we have got Liverpool next, and if we play like that against Liverpool, we probably will get beaten, to be quite honest with you, because Liverpool are a different kettle of fish, mate, a different animal. So, we possibly might well lose to them. As I done a preview earlier with, as Harry was on there, you were on there, mate, weren't you? With Jordan as well, when he was on there. And we was going on about it, the actual Liverpool game. So, and I just think we will get beaten if we got to play better than this. Really, I mean, we won it. I'm happy about that. Of course, I'm happy. I'll take the 3 points, but I want us to perform better, because I know we can. And Liverpool is a tough one. Maybe we could raise our game against them. You never know. And we got Southampton afterwards, and we know if we lose to Liverpool, we could probably beat Southampton, surely. Because we need to. We'll have Man City after that. So they do get harder again. I don't know about Spuds. That'd be quite easy. But,
yeah, we'll see.
The Spurs game at Brentford or at Spurs?
I think it's at our ground, mate. I think, yeah. I'm sure it's at our ground.
Sounds like, yeah.
You guys might have a good chance to get against them at home.
But they'll be off, yeah.
Yeah, great win for you guys. And Palace would be disappointed if your second goal, but great work to beat maybe.
Maybe you might just predict us to win in the future, mate. Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, maybe we were what underestimating Palace, not Palace, sorry, Brentford a little bit.
Yeah.
My thoughts, and then we'll move over. I mean, look, I didn't expect Mr. B to remember the exact scoreline that I said, so fair play to him. But yeah, listen, I did predict you on Spanish, so you know, Mr. B, you can slap my face 5 times. Pause, but yeah, you can slap me. But oh look,
Yeah, 4-0. Remember that against United? That was a good result.
Or how about Scott McTominay in injury time?
Oh,
hey, don't mention that player's name. But anyways, Bristol City.
Harry, shame on you for mentioning that. McTominay, yeah.
Yeah, much shit. But no, look. Obviously, the referee, listen, he might have got paid double after the game, but listen, apparently he blew his whistle too early for Eze, so I don't know, like.
Well, it was soft, that thing with Eze. I think it probably should have been allowed, that goal, to be quite honest with you.
No man's land for it as well, wasn't it?
Because I mean,
it looked as though there was a foul. I think the referee was a bit too tongue happy with his whistle, but you know, at the end of the day, it was the right call. He just was, he just blew it far too early, and obviously the circumstances of that meant that VAR couldn't intervene.
It was disallowed. It wasn't disallowed. Sorry. I think it. Yeah, because I would say, I don't know. Maybe it probably should have stood, but at the end of the day, it's luck, isn't it? And you get that in the season, swings and roundabouts. So happens for every team, really. So we'll take it when it comes like this, and then if it goes against us, it goes against us. So there we go. Yeah, what a game this one was.
Sorry, this one. And yet again, Anthony Taylor, what a muppet of a referee.
It seems to rob Chelsea, doesn't it?
Well, I got told from a Chelsea fan, not Hannah, but I got told by another Chelsea fan, apparently, that apparently they changed the rules for handballs now. So apparently, if the ball hits the floor and goes straight to the hand, they won't give that as a pen. So that is stupid, by the way. That's stupid rule. So apparently, if the ball bounces to the ground and deflects it to the arm, no penalty. Which I find that absolutely astonishing. But look, for me, the Kovacic one. For me, I look at both things. I understand why people are saying this penalty, and also understand why people are saying it's not, because obviously, where he's meant to put his hand? Where's Kovacic really meant to put his hand? But at the end of the day, his hand shouldn't be that high. But listen, these rules, they change it every week anyway. So, but look, City, I mean, what about Kovacic? What a goal.
Yeah. Goalie got a hand to it. I thought maybe he could have saved it. But there you go.
Man, they've got about 9 goalkeepers, man. Then I might have to rotate them every game. So,
a bit about 50 players on the bench.
Yeah, Haaland got a good goal as well.
Maresca, Maresca, I think it needs time, man. Honestly, I think it needs time. Like, no manager's going to come here and succeed straight away. So, they have no centre backs. That's for sure. They literally have no centre backs. They've got no defenders. I mean, it's funny to see how the City fans were chanting when they was walking off. They were saying, Haaland. Oh, that was funny. Because this Cucurella guy was saying, Cucurella. And like, this guy
Cucurella got absolutely landed as he was being socked off.
He absolutely getting toyed around by City fans. So, fair play to City. Chelsea, for me, they had chance. Nicholas Jack shit. So
he's bad. He's bad.
He is so bad. No one
Be offside rule.
No thriller, mate. No thriller.
Then again, João Felix is not a striker, so for me, I don't know what they're doing.
Made you want to scream.
It's good to see Todd Bowley walking out early anyway. So, yeah. But Manny, your thoughts on the game?
Manny?
AFK moment. That's fine. No worries. Mr. B, your thoughts?
Yeah, mate. I thought it was
Oslo.
fairly easy for City, although Chelsea had some decent moments, and but
Oslo.
no, City. No, but City. I mean, City are probably sort of business as usual for them, and of course Haaland scored a great goal as usual. Keep scoring, brilliant. And as you say, Kovacic, I think the goal did get a hand to it. I thought maybe he should have saved it, to be honest. But there you go. But no, I think City just about deserved the 3 points, and although Hanno's not in the live chat, but I'm sorry, Hanno. You weren't very good. Sorry, Hanno. No 3 points, mate. I'm sorry.
No 3 points. I think Hanno predicted us to win anyway, so yeah.
I think that's going to be his story all season. No 3 points, unfortunately.
Harry, your thoughts on the game itself? What do you make of it?
I think it was quite a routine win for City. Chelsea, signing about 50 players. It's going to take time to gel for them, of course. But yeah, Haaland on the score sheet, saving my FPL, which was absolutely mudded this weekend. I had him as captain, might triple captain him next weekend against Ipswich. But got into a little scrap. He did Haaland with Fernandes as well, which was interesting to see. But yeah, all in all, good win for Man City, and I'm happy that Cucurella got slandered as well, because what he did after the Euros was an absolute disgrace. And I think for him, just needs to leave English football, because he's going to get taunted a bit everywhere he goes. But yeah, so that's going to be fun to see. But yeah, all in all, great win for City, and we pray a bit about they didn't win the league, but when you have the best finisher from probably a 6-yard box in the world, it's pretty hard not to come away with any silverware in the season. But yeah, great win for them.
100%. But yeah, Manny, your thoughts on the Chelsea Man City game?
He's back, isn't he? He's back.
Manny?
Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I'm glad you got my message in the private chat saying that I was, away from the... I am back, but I forgot to mute my mic. Mental flatulence. Steve knows. Nothing much that can really be added. I mean, Chelsea also have made their signings. They're going to have to try to blend in, but they deserve credit really for limiting the damage to just 2 goals. It has to be said. And but City also proved that just as Brentford proved that they don't need Tony, the way the Chelsea old boy Kovacic performed and also scored a goal. I don't know if he celebrated, but who needs Rodri at the moment? And City are always going to find a way to make sure they come up trumps and get the result they need. But Chelsea, obviously, there are some signs that they can be competitive, and all they'll have to do is just work on everything.
Yeah, I put a comment here. Savina reminds me of Mario.
Quality, he's quality.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he did look really good against Chelsea.
Yeah, I think the reason why is because he's got Mahrez's old number.
Not really about the number, but he plays as well for me. Savina
was a joke, Orest.
All right, man. Arteta. But no.
Just moving that United haven't fixed the roof. Sorry.
Not joking, but no, listen.
Pitch drops keep falling on my head.
Hang on a minute. The roof is fixed and the dressing room is fixed. So none of this, guys. Okay, check the facts, right? But no, last game, and then we'll wrap it up because I'm absolutely tired. Leicester 1, Tottenham 1. Mr. Red Bull doing this to the fans. Big up to Mr. Red Bull himself, but no, look. Honestly, and Postecoglou, it's not looking good for him. It really isn't because it's just again, Big Inge is well, it's only first game. Bloody hell. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'm going to try and get. Hang on a minute. Give me 1 sec. Overlay. Add overlay. Can I add it? Hang on, it's taking time now. This was him when Richarlison missed yesterday. That's funny. This is Big Ange when Richarlison missed and lost me like. See, there's a quote. Apparently, he's been saying that in his second season, he wins trophies. So, I mean, I'm sure that
he's been Spurs for the last 16 years.
Yeah, man. So I
he won, is it Celtic, wasn't he? Before he won a trophy there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the second season. Yeah, like my job.
That's Scottish football for you, Farmers League, isn't it?
Yeah, my
job. Win a trophy of Celtic in a sheep, to be fair.
Yeah. So Albania, that's Farmers League, isn't it?
Yeah, my demo. But Manny, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, Spurs are going to obviously look at this as a point dropped. First of all, let's also offer our best wishes to Rodrigo Bentancur, who had a pretty poor bad injury himself. Yep, and we hope that he will have a full recovery. Jimmy Maddison coming back to his old stomping ground and playing a big role in the opening goal, but was not quite able to be as magisterial afterwards. And Leicester showed some good spirit. And as I said in the group chat, Jamie Vardy still has it. I never thought he'd be a big player this season. I thought he'd be more of a bit part player. Huge controversy about whether he'd be available or not. But then he told Steve Cooper, "Gaffer, I'm fit. You're putting me in the team." And what can I say? The big players, make good on their promises and justify their selections. So
and giving it to the Spurs players and supporters at the end, brilliant when he came off. I love that.
Actually, I'm going to say that that's a little bit, childish. You don't need to do that. You already left your mark on the game. You denied Spurs an opening day, a game week 1 victory. Just bask in the glory and move on. But again, you don't want to see players getting involved in that sort of nonsense. Just call me old-fashioned, call me a prude, call me someone who doesn't like controversy. That's just my opinion. And Spurs obviously will have a lot of reasons to feel a little bit disappointed. The defending for that Vardy goal was absolutely horrible. How you could lose Vardy and allow him a free header like that, I'd be absolutely livid with my defenders, fit to be tied if I were the goalkeeper or the manager that day. And Spurs have still shown that they are willing to create more chances. But near the end, Leicester also looked very dangerous. Vicario had to make a few saves. Another very good end-to-end game. And listen, let's not rush to judgment over Postecoglou. It's just the first game week. We'll see how well he does. And especially given that Arsenal have to go to Spurs and play the North London derby very early. I know we beat them 3-2 in the corresponding fixture, but we need to be more humble and complacent. And if I hear any fans making stupid comments about Ange Postecoglou's weight in any of their chants, I'm going to say to those idiots, you don't represent the best of Arsenal Football Club, and you all need to just shut your gobs and buzz off. Pun not intended, Steve.
Oh no, mate. But yeah.
Yeah, Mr. B and Harry, do you want to say your thoughts on this? So Mr. B, go on, say your thoughts.
Yeah, go on, Harry. You go first, mate.
Cheers, Steve. Yeah, Tottenham will, of course, be disappointed not to have won this game. They dominated first half. I believe Leicester only had one shot on goal in the first half. But then Jamie Vardy pops up again. It's time to bring in vodka and Charlie, because Jamie Vardy is still having a party in the Premier League. But I mean, he just feeds off the Red Bull. He's a modern day legend, and he absolutely loves it, giving it to the Spurs fans. I personally quite like that. I quite like players with a bit of banter about that, to be honest. But it's a good point for Leicester, to be fair. They'll be delighted with their start of the season, but Spurs, it's not looking too great for Postecoglou right now. He's got tried to turn it around very quickly. But yeah, good result for Leicester and Steve Cooper on the opening day.
Exactly, yeah. Good start for Leicester, I agree. And, I don't think, as Harry just said, I don't think there's anything wrong with what Jamie Vardy done because, they deserved it, to be honest. Because, I mean, you got people like Romero. He's an arsehole anyway, sorry, pardon me, but he is. I don't rate the guy, I hate him. Most of the time he can be sent off, let's be honest, Argentinian. These South Americans, you know what they're like. But he's like winding them up and it's a bit of banter. I think it's a little bit of banter at the end of the day. And in the end, what he was saying was true. They had won a league title and Spurs haven't. So, that is very true. And that's the way he is. That's what Vardy is. He loves winding people up. He can't beat Neil Maupay for shithousery, but he's the best.
No,
But but no, I mean, I think they deserved it, Leicester, in the end. I mean, Spurs were great in the first half, but Leicester came way back into it and looked better, I think. And with Vardy was the difference in the end with his finishing, and could have had another one. As you see, good save by the goalie. He was through 1-on-1, but yeah, good point for both, I suppose. Leicester for more than Spurs, really. And they need the points, Leicester, as we know. So yeah, good one.
No, yeah, 100%. But my thoughts, look, Tottenham, they're about in the first half. They should have scored about 2 to 3 goals. I even saw Tottenham fans online saying that the first half they needed to be a bit more clinical. So yeah, that's what Tottenham weren't clinical enough in the first half to kill the game off. Because in matches like this, you need to kill the game off for you to get the 3 points, take your chances away.
True.
Be like Bristol City and take them chances away. So yeah, but no, Tottenham weren't that, and then Leicester, Vardy decided to score. So out of all people, Vardy, half time he drank a Red Bull can and then scores afterwards. So this is the Premier League. This is the Premier League. So yeah, we missed Vardy. Now he's back in the league now. So
yeah.
And he's got to win Golden Boot this year.
Well, I wouldn't say that far.
Beat Haaland. Yeah.
No, mate. Xerxes is going to win, mate. Xerxes is going to win that. So, anyways, but now look, it's going to be interesting to see how Leicester do. Obviously, remember they got what's his name again? Let me get it up. 1 second. I always keep forgetting his name. There we go. Steve Cooper, Mr. High on Drugs FC, mate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I don't know how.
The Gremlin.
Mate, Steve Cooper, when I said this before, right? Whenever the camera pans on his face, it's like this. And he's always high. I don't know what he takes, but he's always high. Yeah, man. Steve Cooper. I think the thing is, right, Steve Cooper, he likes to blame. Like, obviously not now, but before when he's at Forest, he loves the excuses, man. The amount of excuses he used to blame. Like every time he lost, oh yeah, referee. No, as a manager yourself, you don't blame the referee. Well, you can, but like the referee should be the last one in your mind. So, listen, Leicester City. It's a fair play on getting a draw against Tottenham because I think everyone had Tottenham win on their
definitely
mind. So, yeah, no, fair play Leicester, man. But I still think they would go down. But let's see if they can prove me wrong. But yeah, that's been it. That's been all the games. We're gonna wrap it up here now. Starting off with Mikel Arteta's superfan, Manny. Where can people find you?
I refuse to speak until you take back that slanderous statement. You either take back that statement right now, or I will. Never. I don't want to make any threats, but I am not Mikel Arteta's super fan. If he doesn't win anything this season, he has to be out on his backside.
It's
And it's bad enough that I share. It's bad enough that I share a birthday with him. It's a disgrace, guys. Embarrassing, but what can you do? Yeah. So first of all, you can obviously catch me here on Orange Football. Big up to you for organising the stream. Also, big up to Del Boy Gunner TV, Coach's Corner, Up the Cherries in all departments, Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Big up as well to Mr. B, his 2 channels, Mr. B Talks England Cricket and Mr. B the Hive Football Chat. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make the the preview / debate stream today, but looks as though you had some good company, including the the man who's sweet like honey. And
he was no good on it. No, I'm joking, Eric. But...
yeah, I mean, you got Mr. B, you got Mr. B, you got Honey, you've got the perfect partnership there. You need to have him on more often, mate. And
Jordan and this prick. Also, the bloke. This guy up here.
Orest, you need to watch yourself. You've been saying a lot of horrible words as well. You have to set the example, son. And are there any other channels I've missed? Yeah. Spurs Eurasia TV, Southern Gooner, Gun Down UK with Carl. We do the Flammable Thursdays and Saturday Night Fever series. Also, big up to Rich Sports, Football United. Also, AFC Talk Show TV with MK the Don. I don't know if we're going to be doing any videos this semester, but I've done several videos with him, obviously for his channel. Terrific fella. Love his company as always. Anyone else I've missed? Tony Claw Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV. Pretty much it. Not too many more I can remember. And but I have been on several other channels which are all quite important to me. If they don't believe me when I tell them that they are important to me, Steve.
What?
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, the check's in the post. You know
checks in the post. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, of course it is, yeah.
Social media. Catch me on Instagram and threads at social media. Catch me on Instagram and threads at Manny Thangadurai 1981, Twitter at Thangadurai 1981, and nothing much else to say except I hope you all have a good rest of your week and enjoy the upcoming week of Premiership football.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll start to see the European stuff coming back in the coming weeks. And apart from that, take care of yourselves, be safe, be happy, do unto others as you'd have others do unto you, and don't do anything that the panel and I wouldn't do. Big up to everyone again in the chat. You're the reason why this stream has been what it is, although most of the chat has been from the panelists. Nice ones. For now, though, I'm out for the count, and I'm going to go to sleep. Bye, everyone.
Cheers, man.
Big up yourself. Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Now, big up yourself, money. Get some sleep. Is that 3 a.m. in India now? So now, big up yourself, man. Man, staying this week. But Mr. B, where can we find you apart from Maya Jama?
Yeah, I wish, mate. I wouldn't be on here now, would I? If I was with her. Cool. No, but I'm Mr. B for Life 182. Mr. B, chats England. So you put me off my stride now, Orist. Talking about Maya Jama, I've forgotten now. My head's gone, man. I'm thinking about her, isn't it?
But no. What a fit lady.
Yeah, man. She's gorgeous. She's a babe. Fit, man. But yeah, and so Mr. B, Hive Football Chat, Mr. B chats England cricket. So I got loads of content on there. Had the one earlier with of course Harry on there, Honey Gun, he was on. My debate one, and obviously the preview for the Liverpool game and everything with Jordan as well. He was there. Liverpool fan. Somebody has to, I suppose. But yeah, and and obviously that was good. And even Norris turned up. Was on there briefly. He didn't do a lot, but like normal.
I was in the bus.
But yeah,
I was in the bus.
He was on the bus as usual. Yeah, the wanker bus. But Yeah. But yeah, so obviously I've done plenty of stuff, and got other things coming up. Probably more transfer streams. Obviously, talking about Gustavo. Keep forgetting his name. Gustavo Nunez. Don't think a lot of people know about him.
Really?
Only 18. Comes from Gremio, I think, Italy.
Really?
Gremio. Another Brazilian, and a left winger.
Club.
Gremio. Is it Gremio? I mean, Harry, you know, you're Italian fan and that. Italian team.
Harry's not Italian.
No, he's got a lot of Italian clubs.
Harry's Italian and I'm German. Yeah.
Maybe I'm like the Brazilian league or someone like that. I think we're from Brazil. I'm not too sure.
What, Gremio? I thought they were Italian. Gremio.
Nah,
They're not Italian.
Mr. Big failed his geography test.
Yeah, but anyway, no matter where he's from, it don't matter. But I mean, he's still
your geography.
And Sepp Vandenberg, we're after from Liverpool, 20 million. Dara Shea as well, we're still after him. So there's still plenty we're after. Maya Jammer, I'll sign her up. But yeah, anytime.
I'm going to tell your partner.
So anyway, it's playing. Cheers for having me on again, lads, and the rest of the other
partner.
Manny, they were on here earlier as well.
Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself.
That's where Ori's girlfriend lives.
Stop it now, so.
That's where Ori's girlfriend lives.
Hey, why are you baiting her up, man? What are you doing?
in her building. In that building, that's where she lives. In that station, didn't she, Ori? Yeah. But yeah, cheers, guys. Anyway, and thanks a lot. And come on the bees. Let's try and beat Liverpool.
I'm gonna be playing the gas soon.
Yeah, we'll save the Liverpool talk for the Gameweek preview. But Harry, last but not least, where can people find you apart from Tinder?
Well, appreciate any followers on there, but now if you want to, of course, on Ross Talks Football, be sure to like and subscribe us on the road to 600 subs.
In the country,
as soon as possible. Also over on Mr. Beach, did a great preview, great review of the games, the Premier League on his channel earlier as well. So do feel free to check him out. Of course, Hannah Coach's Corner as well. I do think
about him. He's
quite a lot. And also my channel, we're doing a lot of content based on Bristol City. We play Coventry City in the league this weekend, so we're doing a preview for that. And a stream reacting to the game on Saturday, which is a big game, tough game between two really good sides who have aims of reaching the playoffs this season. But yeah, also I do feature on a Talk of a City podcast as well with my good mates Kieran and Tristan, who will come on. I think occasionally as he's starting university this year, but Kieran's a Hull City fan, Tristan's a Swansea City fan, so I'm a Bristol City fan, so hence the name Talk of a City. So I feature on there quite a few times as well, so do feel free to come check out the Talk of a City podcast. But yeah, that cheers for having me on, lads. It's been great as always, and up the City, up the Brentford, up the United, and we're all winning some boys.
Up the Reds, yeah. But no, listen, big up to Manny as well, big up to Mason. Obviously, he had to leave because we woke up his son, so yeah.
That was your fault, Oris, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was your fault. You're too my time is next year, but you'll be loud, mate. But anyways, yeah, listen, you can find us at YouTube, Oris Talks Football. Instagram, same thing as the YouTube channel, Oris Talks Football, and Twitter. Twitter, find on Oris Talks as well, where Elon Musk has ruined the app, unfortunately, but unfortunately, I can't stream on Twitter anymore because I have to pay to be able to stream on Twitter. So, Elon Musk, do yourself. But anyways, now look, big up, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys have liked the video. Go check out Mr. B's channel. Go check out Harry's channel as well. obviously Bristol, but that win against Millwall. So
What a win! What a win for us!
no one likes us. No one likes us. So yeah,
They were so rattled as well. It was serious.
We're all a bunch of wankers.
Always preferred West Ham, anyways.
make sure you tune in for the Gameweek preview, which is soon to be this week.
Yeah. I'm from the middle finger, I'm from the east side.